G'day, welcome back out to the creek. I'm in the same spot as the last video. I'm back on the arrow, back in this little hole here, which is doing good. I did another test paint, another 10 pieces of gold. I'm pretty happy with that. The one concern is all that black sand, but I think I got the sluice box to deal with it. There it is, hydro trig riffles. As you can see, trig riffles, holes drilled in the upper face of the riffle to keep everything stirred up, and as you can see, it is keeping everything much neater, much better stirred up than the Clarkson riffles were last time I was in this wee spot a couple of days back. Fortunately, no one's been in and poached it, which I'm pretty happy about, but the river has dropped a little bit. We have got a little bit less flow, so I'm having to be a bit more extensive with my damming, and there's not quite as much water as I would like going through it, but it's the only real way to process a volume of material through here. I've already put about double, probably more than double what I put through the Clarkson riffles. A lot of black sand, but it's still stirred up, it's still working through. I reckon we'll still be catching gold on that. It's probably not a huge amount more we can put through, but it appears to be working. So I'll set you up and you can watch me do a bit of digging. Don't fall off. As you can see, heaps of black sand in there. It's almost all black sand. Well, I think it's safe to say that that is pretty full up with black sand. It is just all black sand through there. But I have shifted a decent amount of material. You see the length of the spade there going in. Just like the spade's about a foot down, 2-3 feet across. It's a decent amount of material I pushed through that. I'd say 5 to 6 times as much as I was able to put through the Clarkson riffles there. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of material I could run. That being said, we don't know if I've actually been catching the gold yet. I'm looking at it, it's keeping all the black sand nice and stirred up, so I'm happy with that. I will be including everything caught there on the throat plate where you feed it in, just there. I will include that when I do my cleanup, because, you know, I suppose I technically caught it. But yeah, and then we'll do a tailings test. But you can see even these tailings are just absolutely loaded with black sand, because at least half of what I put through here has been black sand. So we'll do a quick cleanup and see if it was actually catching anything, or if I was just running loads of material and being quite happy catching nothing. Well, that's not half bad. Good. Oh, come on, focus up. I know there's water in the way, but that's not what we're interested in. Good, yeah, there you go. Good wee smattering of gold. All through it. I'm pretty happy with that. There's over 100 pieces in there, probably. I counted about 112, but you know, that's a bit rough. once you run out of fingers, it becomes a bit difficult to count that high. But we're alright, I'll snuffer that up, and then we'll go into my wee little tailings pile there. That is what I haven't shoveled up on this dam, to try and block the water out a bit more, get more going through the sluice. But there you are, we'll take a test pan of that, see how our recovery stacks up. Well, around about 30 litres of material. This is about 2 litres of tailings, and I have lost a piece of gold. Normally that wouldn't concern me, but it is a nice big piece of gold. It's quite flat though, and amongst all of this quite round, rolly, chunky black sand, that may be a concern. But actually, even though it is a nice flake, one flake out of 120, this is 15, lost about 15 flakes, so there should have been 135 colours. I did another roll back and got another 8 or so pieces. So it's pushing 90, 88.9%, which actually we're quite happy with, considering the absolutely appalling quantity of black sand. I mean, look at that. The pile of tailings is just a puddle of black sand here that you can see, and it's all coarse, chunky stuff. But we're okay with that, and it looks like there's still some good gold in there, so we might do a second run if we have time. What time is it actually? Oh yeah, we got time for another short run. I'll set you up on probably that rock there, or that rock there, or that rock there. Look how many options I have for places I can almost drop my phone in a river. Isn't that good? Well, there you have it. It's not as good as the first clean out. About 60 odd pieces in there. 62 was my count. But yeah, not as good. I think we're starting to tap that out. But we'll take a pan of tailings and see if maybe it is still good, but we've just lost all of it. I was definitely packing up more there, so I was running bigger rocks which were blocking the water flow off, making it not nearly as even, so the recovery could have taken a decent hit there. About 20 litres of material put through. But I'll suck that up in the snuffer bottle and get back to you with tailings. Well, it was a wee nano. Whoa, hello, falling in a hole. That's a hole that I put my foot in. Don't worry about that. I'm fine. I'm not dying. I have got a wet foot now though, which is good. Yeah, no, there was a nano dot in the tailings test I did there, which was, 1 in 20 litres, and it had a nano dot in it, which I couldn't pick up on the camera, so I'll not bother putting that footage in. It was there, I promise you. It was not 100% as much as I'd like it to be. But yeah, 1 in 20, yeah, so I did about 1 litre of tailings, 20 litres of material was run through, so I lost 20. That's 60 out of 80 caught. It's 3/4, 75. Yeah, I mean, it's about what I was expecting, because as I say, I was running the bigger rocks there. They were plugging up the water flow, making it real uneven, and there was just heaps of black sand. I'll show you where I've been doing all my panning, and there's just a big old puddle of black sand left there. I'll just flip the camera around. Look at that, black sand, just a big old puddle of it. There was a lot of black sand in there. I could not have run this material through any of my other sluice designs. So in a way, this is well worth doing, because that actually was able to capture gold in volume from a spot where I otherwise wouldn't have been able to. So as far as that's concerned, it's been pretty successful. But out of that hole, for about 50 litres of material, almost 200 colours, it's not brilliant, but actually it's all right. I'll take that. But that's it from me today. You've seen another couple of tests of the hydro trig riffles, and I'm starting to think they might be worth building. I'll run a few numbers, see if it's, where it's at. But it looks like in material like this, where you can't run another sluice because it just plugs up with a couple of shovels, as I demonstrated in the previous video with the Clarkston riffles, this is the way to go. It seems to be working. It's doing that hydraulic riffle function, which is what I wanted it to do. But I think I might run another couple of tests before then, but this is the end of my time in the area for now. I only made it up for a couple of days, but that's that. I'll see you in the next video.